On your last show, you mentioned about how uncomfortable it was watching Anderson Silva. On your last show, you mentioned how uncomfortable it was watching Anderson Silva break his leg. I was wondering, what's the most uncomfortable injury you've witnessed whilst wrestling, whether it's been watching from behind the curtain or actually in the ring? Keep up the awesome show, Brad, a working man from Basildon, Essex, England. Shit, Brad, watching Anderson Silva break his damn leg the other day when Chris Weidman checked that kick was devastating. Oh, Silva's leg, his foot flew around the other side of Weidman's leg. It was brutal.
Yeah.
I don't know that you can top that. I got dropped on my head. That was a pretty shitty day at the office, but I didn't actually, I was the one getting dropped on my head. I've watched it back many times. That's pretty bad. I tell you what, watching Mick Foley getting thrown off that cage way back in the day, I can't remember how many years ago it was absolutely horrendous. It was also horrendous watching Mick Foley crash through that steel cage, because I don't think it's supposed to crash through on that power bomb. And when he landed kind of halfway upside down and sideways jacked up and just totally, I'm sure Mick had a concussion after that and all the damage that he went through with that match, and then had to come out and do a run-in on my first blood match with Kane and, by the way, take a stunner. Watching some of Mick Foley's falls have been just some of the most devastating things I've seen in the business of pro wrestling. So I would have to say maybe that cage match with Undertaker, and that was, I know the one was an accident, the other one was kind of probably going to happen, supposed to happen, but I don't know if you can top that, Ted. Can you top any kind of crazy bumps or devastation that happened in the business of pro wrestling since you watch?
No. In fact, I just watched that Mick Foley deal on Netflix, and that fall he took off the top of the cage when the Undertaker threw him onto the announcer's table. Yep. Man, that was absolutely brutal.
Hit like a tub of shit.
Oh, man, there is no way to mask that. That hurts. And then the other one, when the roof gave way and he fell down, and he kind of half-assed sat up, and he had that tooth sticking up through his
nose.
Yeah.
and I'm not running down Mick's a very good
Oh, no, he's
friend
tough.
Yeah,
tough as a $3 steak.
Hard things to watch, but, I think it turns out that Mick his body's kind of built to take that punishment. A little bit of padding, but that guy, he's probably one of the toughest human beings walking the face of the earth.
Yeah.
I remember he introduced that thumbtack spot to me one night, and I said, "No, man, maybe not so much." But okay, because he also got dumped in those thumbtacks the very same match.
The same night.
Just that one match showed me so much human devastation with some of the worst stuff, and dare I say, entertaining stuff that I've ever seen in the ring. Due to the ability to withstand pain and the desire to give the fans a great show provided by my buddy Mick Foley.